Hi, my name is Kiley Dodson, and I'm the Assistant Director of Financial Aid here at Gillette College. Today, I'm going to walk you through how to apply for federal financial aid, which includes the federal Pell Grant and federal student loans, by filling out the FAFSA form. So FAFSA stands for Free Application for Federal Student Aid. So the first step is to go to FAFSA.gov. That's FAFSA.gov. If you have not created an account for FAFSA before, otherwise known as an FSA ID, you'll click Start Here. If you have created an account for FAFSA before, if you do have an FSA ID, you'll click Login. Both of these will actually take you to the same next page. So on here, it will have you indicate who is wanting to access the FAFSA form. So if you are a student, you will click the first option. I am a student and want to access the FAFSA form. So again here, if you already have a username and password or an FSA ID, you'll click Login to continue. If not, please go ahead and click the Create an FSA ID right underneath, and that will walk you through the account creation process. If you are not a student, but actually a parent coming in to fill out your portion of the FAFSA form for your student, you'll click the I'm a parent filling out a FAFSA form for a student, and it will ask you to enter in the student's identifiers. This will ensure that it's pulling up the correct FAFSA form for that parent information to go on. Now, if parent information is required on the FAFSA, the parent will also need an FSA ID to provide some of the information on the FAFSA. The student's personal identifiers will only be used to access the FAFSA form. So a parent will still need to make an FSA account. So right now, I'm not going to log into the FAFSA because there is a lot of sensitive information on there. So instead, we're going to pop over to our FAFSA walkthrough guide to take you through some of the trickier parts on the FAFSA. So once you're logged in, you'll see this page here. So it's going to be giving you the option of which FAFSA you'd like to fill out for which year. It should default to the 23-24 year, which is the one that you'd want to fill out if you're applying for fall 2023, spring 2024, or summer 2024. Once you've selected which year you're applying for, go ahead and click Start a 23-24 FAFSA form. The first thing you'll do here is creating a save key. This is essentially a PIN number. This will be used to come back into your FAFSA if you don't finish it all at one time. So if you have to save out and then come back in to finish your FAFSA, it will ask you for the save key to take you back to where you left off. After creating the save key, you will provide some demographic information about yourself as the student. We're not going to go through those pages right now. They are pretty self-explanatory since it is just information about you. So what we're going to do is we're going to jump to the school selection page. So this is where you're selecting the colleges that you are considering attending. So if Gillette College is your school of choice, instead of searching by school name, city, and state, I'd have you search by the federal school code, which is provided here. So it's 003930 is Gillette College's federal school code. Once you hit search, that will bring us up. We are listed under Northern Wyoming Community College District. It does show us as located in Sheridan, Wyoming, but this still does get sent to us here at Gillette. So after you've selected your school, then what comes next is going to be dependency status questions. We're also not going to go over that in this video, but essentially what these questions do is determine whether or not the student has to provide parent information on the FAFSA. If you do have to provide parent information on there, like I said earlier, the parent will need to create their own FSA ID or FAFSA account. And then what comes after that is going to be the financial information that the FAFSA requires. So again, if there is parent information required, both the student and the parent will need to provide this tax data. So what it is requiring on here is tax information from 2021. So you might want to have your IRS 1040 form on hand when you're filling out the FAFSA. What it's going to ask you right off the bat is if you've completed your taxes for 2021, which income tax return you did file for 2021, and what your tax filing status was for that year. Once that information is input, the FAFSA will let you know whether or not you're able to use the IRS data retrieval tool. If it does pop up like this and give you the option to use the IRS data retrieval tool, please do so. This ensures accuracy as the information from the IRS is pulled directly from the IRS website onto your FAFSA. It is fully encrypted and highly secure, as this is communication between two federal sites. Using the IRS data retrieval tool will pull in most of the information that you need for the FAFSA, right, from your 2021 taxes. So if you're able to get that to work, this is the screen that will pop up. This will show you whose tax return it's pulling in. I obviously have it blocked out here for privacy reasons, and it'll tell you the information that it's pulling in from that tax account. So you'll click this little button and then click transfer now. And that will pull in, like I said, most of the information that you need for the FAFSA. It will still require some information to be entered manually, but not as much as if you did not use the IRS data retrieval tool. So the only thing that the IRS data retrieval tool requires you to fill in is your 2021 filing address, but it does have to match exactly what is listed on your IRS 1040 form. So if that information, if it says it can't find your information in there, try again, maybe with spelling out street instead of just putting ST, and give that a few different tries to see if you can get it to work. Unfortunately, this tool does not work for everybody. So if it doesn't work, you'll have to enter in your tax information manually. After you input that financial information, all that's left to do is to sign and submit. So the student will need to be signed in with their FSA ID to provide a legal signature on here, along with the parent needing to be logged in with their FSA ID if required to sign on there as well. Once you've submitted it, you will get an email right away from FAFSA letting you know that you have submitted it. And then about 3 to 5 business days later, you'll receive an email from Gillette College letting you know that we've received your FAFSA and whether or not we need any more information from you to process it. If you do have any questions while you're going through and submitting your FAFSA, please don't hesitate to reach out. My phone number is 307-681-6042.